Hello everyone. Today we are going to be practicing Raja Yoga. It is going to be a beginner-friendly class, so we will go through arm circles, arm swings, go through a sun salutation, and then get into some of the beginner poses. So to start, we are going to come to the top of our mat in a standing position. So we want to allow our feet to be hip width distance. So our hips are aligned all the way straight down to our ankles. And any movement that you need to get out, go ahead, shake it out. I always like to say, any movement, please get it out, shake, clear your energy field, whatever you're feeling. All right, we're gonna lift the shoulders up, rotate them down and back. So not forcefully, just in a relaxed position. From here, we are going to gently tuck in our lower abdominals. And as this happens, you'll start to notice a shift within the pelvic bone. So your tailbone is pointing down versus having the arch in your back and the tailbone lifted. So we're going to pull that in, tailbone down, slight engagement through the lower abdominals, shoulders down and back, and then rotating the palms forward. So coming to mountain pose, Tadasana. And from here, let's just start to sway forward and back, maybe side to side, feeling out where the weight is on your feet. You can circle. And then from here, we're gonna lift all of our toes, spread them out as far as you can. Exhale as you ground them back down into the mat. Shoulders relaxed, arms are heavy. We're not forcing anything here, we're relaxing. Next, we're going to bring our awareness to our spine, lengthening up through the spine, just as if there's a string coming out of the crown of your head, stacking the vertebrae. It's always good to start your yoga practice from a good place, so we're going to take a moment here and connect. Close through the eyes. Relax the muscles in the face. Separating the teeth and allowing the jaw to relax. If your tongue is at the roof of your mouth, allow the tongue to relax as well. Bringing that relaxation down to the shoulders, all the way down the arms, through the elbows, wrists, to the fingertips. Softening through the chest. And just bringing the awareness within. Not paying attention to any of the distractions around you. This is your time to focus on yourself. Soft through the knees so we're not locking out the legs. And distributing the weight evenly on your feet. Now bringing the awareness to your breath. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Feel the air go to the throat, to the chest. Open mouth, exhale, release, let it go. And again, deep inhale, nice and slow. Open mouth, exhale to release. Inhale here, 2, 3, 4, holding at the top. And let it go, nice and slow, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, deep breath through the nose. 2, 3, 4, holding at the top. Maybe sip in a little more air if you can. Open mouth, exhale to release. And then holding at the bottom here. Deep breath. Finding that connection between the mind and the body and allowing the breath to help do this. On your next inhale, let's bring the arms up, palms meet, gaze comes up, lifting up as high as you can through the fingers, spread the fingers out, opening up through the throat, and then exhale, pulling the hands down to heart center. Take a deep breath here. And then as you exhale, lower the chin to the chest. Feel lengthening in the back of the neck. Inhale, gaze rises. If it's in your practice to set an intention, you can do that now. It could be a word, phrase, mantra, or just a reason for getting on your mat today. Or if you know someone that could use a little extra energy and you want to send it their way, maybe have them in mind. We're going to do a deep cleansing breath here together. Inhale, fill the lungs as much as you can, holding at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms rise. We're gonna grab onto the right wrist and we're gonna pull the wrist over to the side. Nothing too forcefully. Start to separate the rib cage from the hips, opening up through the side body. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale, ground down through that right foot. Get a little extra opening. Inhale, using the core muscles coming back to center, and then simply just switch it out to the other side. Breathing here. One more breath. Using the core to come back to center. Exhale, release, arms come down to your sides. Roll the shoulders up and back. And you can go as big as you want here. And start to bend into the elbows. You want to try to always remember to keep a little engagement through the lower abdominals so you don't overcompensate and use your back. Pause, roll the shoulders forward. I'll try to remind and cue for that as we go through the practice. Remember that it is a practice, so honor your body. You should never feel any pain. A little discomfort's okay, but if there's any pain, back up off of it. All right. So we are going to start with our arm circles. So we're going to take a big step out, wide leg stance. And from here, we're going to spread the fingers out wide. So not really forcing it, but just a natural separation. And we're going to take big circles going forward, using the full range of motion that we have in our shoulders. And you want to alternate which hand crosses over, or arm I should say, on top. Now take this as your own pace. You don't have to go this fast, you can go slower. You want to reach forward. So there's a little pivoting motion in the hips. And I'll demonstrate from the side. Lower abdominals pulled in. Soft micro bend through the knees. Warming up through the body here. Arms are like heavy weighted arms. You're using the momentum from your body. Keep breathing, control the breath, and then allow yourself to follow the breath. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Now we're gonna go opposite direction. So we're gonna push forward through the hips a little bit here. Fingers are still spread out far apart. Big circle up and back. Again, alternating which arms cross. Now with these, you wanna feel the shoulder blades moving. So you wanna feel them gliding up and down the back of your rib cage. If you're not feeling that, then you're holding too much tension in the shoulders, so you wanna just relax here. Relax the shoulders. Let go of the engagement. From the side, so you can see it, hips are pressed forward. Glutes are engaged. Again, you do not have to go this fast. This comes with practice. Moving the energy around. Continuing breathing. Deep inhales through the nose. Complete exhales out the mouth. Almost there. Allow the shoulder blades to come down as the arms are coming down. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. All right, so we're gonna bring the feet together and we're coming back to the mountain pose, so our feet are about hip width distance. Again, heavy weighted arms, so we're gonna swing the arms up and back. Oh, hit the wall. Make sure you have enough space here. I should have given a fair warning when we started. All right, so to see it from the side, we're lifting up through our feet, so the arches of our feet, you will feel lifting. You will feel lifting through the thighs, and then it'll lift through the abdominals. So this should be working the entire body. Your shoulders are relaxed. Swing the arms down. Use that momentum to bring them up. It's okay if your hands do not make it far back. All right, this is a practice. Honor where you're at today. Now from here, we're gonna take it to a little bit of a balance. So we're gonna lift the heels, start working into the calf muscles as we lift the arms. Opening up through the front of the body. So that's what you wanna focus on here. We're opening up through the front of the body here. Inhale, exhale as we come down. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You should start to feel the energy coming through the body. The body should start to be warm. All right. So now we're going to take the left foot forward, right foot back at about 45 degrees. So this is honoring the east, and then we'll move over to the west. So this is all about shifting the weight forward and back, forward and back. So from your front leg to your back leg, and then also from the front of your foot to the back of the foot. And this is opening up the body still. So we're gonna take a deep inhale as we reach up. Exhale to come down. Inhale. Again, heavy weighted arms, swing them down, use that momentum to bring them all the way up. Two more. Last one. All right, keep it going. Now to the other side. So left leg in front, right back about 45. You will see one side might be a little more difficult. That's okay, we're human. Deep inhale. Exhale. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. From here, we're going to go back into the wide leg stance, and we're going to come into a 5-pointed star. I have very long arms, so my feet, my legs, I'm just not as comfortable spreading them as wide, but eventually, you want to try to get your wrist step over your ankles. So I blame my arms just being super long. All right, grounding down through the outsides of your feet. Relax the shoulders. Small little circles going forward, palms facing down. Lower abdominals pulled in, tailbone pointing down. Reconnecting with the breath. Close your eyes here if you want. If you feel any pain in the shoulders, just bring the arms down, relax them for a moment. Try to keep them up though. Three, 2, and 1. Shake them off. Bring them back out. Now we're circling back. You got this. Almost there. Get the shoulder blades moving a little bit here. Connect with the breath. Three, 2, and 1. Whew. Shake the arms out. Keep them relaxed. Keep them loose. All right, from here we're going to press off of the right foot, take it to the back of the mat as we stand in mountain pose. So again, feet are hip width distance. Shoulders roll up, shoulder blades down. Open up through the front of the body here. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, we're going to scoop the arms up, palms meet. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands down through heart center, come to your forward fold. And since this is our first forward fold, please bend your knees as much as you need to allow the upper body to hang heavy, especially your neck. We're going to shake the head, yes or no, loosen up through the neck here. Allow the arms to hang heavy. You can grab your elbows if you'd like, maybe sway, do whatever feels good for you. Inhale, we're going to take the gaze to the top of the mat, and we're going to walk our hands to the top of the mat, finding ourselves in a plank position. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Now in your downward facing dog, it's okay if the heels are not touching. Your gaze is through your legs. Fingers are spread far apart. Weight is even in your hands. And your shoulder blades are down into their pockets away from your ears. Spine is straight. Now if you're having any difficulties with your back, you find yourself rounding, just bend your knees a little bit. And then lower the chest towards your thighs. Breathe here. 5 rounds of breath here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to lift the right leg, hips stay even. Take your gaze to the top of the mat, bend the knee, step your foot right next to your right hand, soft bend into the knee, bringing the feet together, forward fold. Inhale, we're gonna come up halfway, You can use your blocks here or anything that you have to help elevate. So we're gonna find a flat back with a lengthened spine. Neck is included in your spine, so you can bring your hands to your shins or your thighs, whatever's available, or you can lower them all the way down if you're here with your practice. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees as much as you need to. We're gonna root down to rise up, so we're grounding down through the feet, strong legs. Inhale, coming all the way up. Swinging the arms up, palms meet. Exhale, bringing them down to heart center. Breathe. Inhale, arms come up, swan dive down. Leading with the chest, find that flat back. We're pivoting at the hips here. Coming back down to your forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees, stepping back with the left, step back with the right. Coming into your plank position, we're gonna lower the knees for this first one. Make sure your shoulders are stacked right over your wrists in this position. Now from here, shoulders are gonna go beyond your hand. As you lower down, elbows come close to your rib cage. Lower the body all the way down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, rounding up for cobra. Shoulders down away from the ears, arms close to the body, reaching up through the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly come down. From here, we're curling the toes under. We're gonna leave the knees down. Draw the abdominals in. Exhale, press the mat away. And then lift the knees, pressing back to your downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath here. And again, it's okay if your heels don't touch. You can always bend your knees to lengthen the spine. One more. Shifting the weight over to the right leg as we lift the left. Remember, hips stay in line here, 3-legged dog. Take the gaze to the top of the mat, bend into the knee, bringing that foot as far up or as much as you can next to that left foot, bending into that right knee. Feet come to meet each other, forward fold. Rooting down to rise up, maybe a baby back bend here if you're feeling it. If not, that's okay. Lifting and shining the heart up. Exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Find the flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the right foot and then the left. Option to bring the knees down or leave the knees up, your choice. Pull the lower abdominals in. Inhale. Exhale, elbows bend back, shoulders go forward. We're gonna lower halfway. Inhale, pressing down through the hands, coming up for your upward facing dog. In your upward facing dog, your knees are off of the mat. So you're more than welcome to do cobra here. From here, we're rolling over the toes, lifting the hips, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Take 5 deep breaths here. You're always welcome to lower the knees, bring the toes together, and coming into a child's pose. At any time you feel the need to, please come down to child's pose. Bending into the knees, take a gaze to the top of the mat. Now you can step, or if you want to practice hopping, you simply just bring your feet to your hands in a hopping position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting down to rise up, grounding down through the feet. Now from here, I'm just going to turn this way. We're going to bring our legs together. Exhale as we send the tailbone down towards the mat, coming into chair. So here it is from the side. Feet are closer together. We send the tailbone down. Arms lengthen. Fingers are spread far apart. So we're not tilting our tailbone up. We pull the belly in. Tailbone goes down. Arms in line with your ears. Now you should be able to see your toes over your knees here. Here's your chair pose. 3 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bringing the hands back down to your side. Tadasana, top of the mat. Now from here, we're going to step the left leg back at a 45 degree. And we're going to bend into our right knee, making sure that the knee is stacked over the ankle. If you need to bring your foot in a little bit more so than a 45 degree angle, that's okay. We want to make sure our hips are in line and they're squared to the front of the mat. So if you need to bring your foot in a little bit for that, that's okay. We're still dealing with the tailbone being tucked, belly pulled in, so we're not overextending here. We want to feel a nice opening of the hip flexor, and then we're going to bend into that front leg, knees stacked right over the ankle. Inhale, the arms up, and here we are for our warrior one position. Now you want to energetically feel the legs pressing away from one another. So I always say, imagine that you're trying to rip the mat in half. So you're really grounding down through the legs, so it's active legs, and then we're lengthening and reaching up through the upper body. So our rib cage is lifted from our hips. Spread the fingers out wide. Take a couple deep breaths here. If you want to open up through the front of the body, you can bring the arms down, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then take the gaze slightly up. This is an option. Two more deep breaths wherever you're at. And then release the hands if you have them interlaced. Take a deep breath, lengthen through that front leg, and then exhale, step the feet together, bring in the hands at heart center. Reconnect with the breath. Feel the difference in grounding on your legs and your feet. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back with the right and then the left. Option here to lower the knees or keep them up. Inhale here, exhale, we're lowering down one straight line. Elbows bend close to your rib cage, coming down so your shoulders never go past your elbows. Inhale, pressing the mat away, rolling the shoulders down and back for your upward facing dog. Rolling over the toes, lifting the hips, coming into your downward facing dog or child's pose, wherever you're at. 5 rounds of breath here. Now from here you choose if you want to step or hop. So if you step the last time, just step forward with your opposite leg. If you're hopping, bend into the knees and lift off. Gently land, forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting down to rise up, coming all the way up. Hands meet, exhale, coming into mountain pose. Now we're going to go into our chair pose again. So our feet are closer together. We're swinging the arms around. Send the tailbone down towards your mat. Tailbone tuck, draw the belly in. Arms are in line with your ears. If you wish to bring the hands to heart center, this is an option as well if your arms are a little tired. One more deep breath here. And take it down to your forward fold. You can always bend into the knees here. You do not have to keep them straight. You can move them around if that feels good for you. Listen to your body. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're rising all the way up here. Exhale, take it down through the center, back down to the sides. And then this time we're gonna go on the other side for our warrior one. So we're gonna step back with, let's see, this side we did it, I'm sorry guys, I'm switching all around. So we're gonna step back with our right leg. And you wanna bring that at a 45. Hips, feel free to bring your hands to your hips to square them off. So warrior one, we have closed hips. We want to feel a nice stretch here through the hip flexor. Exhale, bending into that knee. Tailbone tuck, shoulders over hips. And then reaching up through the arms. Again, I don't know if you can see my hands just for the sake of the video, but fingers are spread far apart. Body working together here as we lengthen and ground. You want to open up through the front of the body a little bit more. It's always available if you want to interlace your fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shoulders come down away from the ears, shining the heart up. Two more deep breaths. Nice. Release. Come up. Stepping off this back foot. Bringing the feet to meet each other. Inhale, we rise. Exhale. Hinging at the hips. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Now, if you want to practice hopping back, this is an option as well. Just be very careful because we're going to land in the chaturanga position. So our shoulders want to be elevated higher than our elbows. So we're going to bend into the knees, lift off, lower down. Shoulders are above the elbows, and then coming through to your upward facing dog. You can always come to cobra with lowering the body, elbows close by your sides, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, if you're in cobra, come down. If you're in upward facing dog, take it back to your downward facing dog. Breathe here, 5 rounds of breath. Two, and 1. Now from here, we're gonna lift the right leg up, come to your 3-legged dog. We're gonna bend into that knee, and then we're gonna practice stacking the hips. So you're sending the foot over to the other side, shoulders stay in line, and the weight is still even in your hands. So we're not gonna open up here. We're keeping our front of our body, the top part of our body square. So we just wanna lift up as high as we can. We're opening up, we're getting a nice stretch through the left leg, all the way down through the heel. Take a deep breath here. And then as we exhale, we're gonna close the hip off. Bring the leg all the way through, right next to your right hand. Now from here, we're gonna lower the knee down, uncurl the toe. Inhale, you can bring your hands to your knee, or you can bring your hands to your hip. Now we wanna make sure that the knee is stacked right over the ankle, and we're feeling a nice stretch in the left side of the hip flexor here. Now you can use your blocks if you have blocks where you're at. If you're not ready to come up all the way, maybe this is where you're at today. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. And to begin, we're not gonna drop the hips all the way down. We don't wanna overextend anything today. So we just wanna make sure that our knee is stacked over our ankle here. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, reach the hands down to your blocks or to the mat, and we're gonna straighten that right leg. So we're gonna pull the toes in towards us. Now, we have a tendency here to drop the left hip and lift the right hip. Make sure those are still in line. So again, if you're using your blocks, slide them back, side by next to you, and you can use anything here. So you also want to have a flat back, so we're not rounding just yet. We're lengthening through the crown of our head, pulling the toes in, feeling the nice stretch coming up through the calf muscle and the hamstring. Take a deep breath here, And then exhale, you can round the spine, let the head hang heavy. You can even extend the arms if you'd like, a little bit of balance, keeping the hips in line. Inhale, grounding down through that right foot, and then just coming back up one more time, hands to your hips. Exhale, maybe lower the hips just a little bit. Walking the foot up. Tailbone's pointing down, lower abdominals are in. Now from here, left hand, we're gonna ground down, and we're going to try to stack the shoulders here as we rotate through the rib cage, twisting in the waist. Now you can keep the left knee down, or you can curl the toes under and maybe lift the knee off of the mat, your choice. Maybe the gaze is up, maybe the gaze is down, wherever you're feeling it today. Pressing back through that left heel, inner thighs engaged on the right, so you want to make sure that the knee is still stacked over the ankle and it's not falling out to the side. Engage the inner thigh. One more deep breath here. Exhale, bringing the right hand down, grounding it down into the mat. Take the right leg back to meet the left. Option to lower the knees or take it all the way down, come through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then take it back to your downward facing dog or child's pose. 5 rounds of breath here. Trying to lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. You're grounding down through the base of your fingers, all the way to the fingertips and the bases of your hands, making sure that all the weight is not in your wrist. All right, now from here, we're shifting the weight over to that right leg as we lift the left to your 3-legged dog. Weight is even in your hands still. Now we're gonna bend into that knee, try to stack the hips. Again, our shoulders are in line. Weight is even in the hands. We're grounding down through that right heel, and the foot is flexed on the left side. Maybe lift the knee up a little bit more if you can. A little challenge for you. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, closing off through the hips. Bend into the knee, really draw the belly in as you round through the back to create space to bring the leg all the way through. Knee comes down on the right, knee is stacked over the ankle, uncurl the toe. Inhale, coming up to wherever position works for you. Feeling the stretch through the right hip flexor now. 2 more deep breaths here. And then grab your blocks if you have them, or you can simply walk your hands back, pulling the toes in. Remember, our hips might shift a little bit here, so we're gonna ground down through that left side to keep the hips in line. Toes are pulled back. Now we wanna find that flat back, lifting up through the chest, shining the heart forward. Again, you can always use your blocks here, or whatever you have at home to modify. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, go ahead and round through the spine, letting the head hang heavy. Couple options is you can walk the hands back, or you can walk the hands up, or you can leave them where they're at. Or you can rub the hamstring out if it's talking to you. One more deep breath here. And then inhale, coming forward, grounding down through the left foot. We're gonna ground down through the right hand, and we're gonna twist in the waist, rotate through the rib cage, extending up through that left arm. Again, you can curl the toes under, lift the knee. Making sure that the knee is stacked over the ankle and that inner thigh is engaged, so the knee is stacked and not falling out to the side. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, taking it down. Now from here, we're gonna press off that back foot. We're gonna bring the feet to meet each other, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, rooting down to rise up, palms meet. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center and then down by your sides. Reconnecting with the breath. From here, light fists, and we're just gonna work into the wrists a little bit. Some wrist circles. And then reverse. And then we're gonna go into knee circles. So this is really good for anybody that has a little bit of knee pain, which I've been experiencing lately. Or even if you don't, it's great to move the synovial fluid that's behind your kneecap and to ensure the longevity of the knees. So from here, we're going to find distance between the feet, about hip width distance. And I'll stand to the side. Again, tailbone goes down. And we're just finding a nice little stance here that's not, don't overthink it basically. So we're gonna start with the weight in our heels. And we're just gonna rest our hands on our thighs. We're not resting our weight, we're just setting them here. Now from here, I want you to think of your foot as a long triangle. So we're gonna go from inner ball mount of your foot to the outer to the heel and make like a really kind of weird triangle like that, if you will. And then vice versa on the other side. So focus is on the knees here. So think of that triangle as you circle the knees around. You can lift the toes here, and you circle through the ankles, the knees, tailbones pointing down, lower abdominals are pulled in. So hopefully you can see my feet, how the toes lift. And we kind of circle around going from inner, outer, to the back, or vice versa. Three, two, and one. Pause. Take a deep breath. Bring the arms up. Exhale. Reconnect with the breath. Take it down. Remember what direction you went. And then send that tailbone down and go in the opposite direction. Continuing to breathe, keeping the mind-body connection. Slow and controlled deep breaths. Three, two, and one. Good. Shake it out if you need to. Now from here, we're going to come back to our 5-pointed star. So separating the legs enough that are comfortable for you so you don't feel too unbalanced, and then extending the arms out. Now, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone. From here, we're just going to flip the palms up and down. Back into the upper body a little bit here. Remember to keep the lower abdominals pulled in. Tailbone is down. Almost there. Three, two, and one. Shake it out. Going into warrior two. So left foot, we're going to point the toes towards the top of the mat. Outer edge of the right foot should be parallel with the back of the mat. Now from here, adjust the distance that is comfortable for you. We're going to bend into the left leg so the knee is stacked over the ankle. And what happens is we tend to lean that way, right? So we're putting all of our weight here. We want to pull ourselves back, shoulders stacked over hips. Again, tailbone pulled down, belly pulled in, arms extend out. Shoulders are relaxed here. So you want to feel an opening of your hips here. Now you want to also feel an opening of the leg. So you're going to feel a nice stretch through the inner thigh, especially if it's a little tight, to keep that knee right over the ankle. And then you should be able to, so I need to make a little adjustment here. You should be able to see your big toe over your knee. Grounding down through the outer edge of the right foot. Again, if you're leaning a little bit this way, just act like someone's pulling your hand back this way to stack the shoulders over the hips. Feel the opening here, breathe. Gaze goes over your left hand. Four more deep breaths here. Maybe you can feel yourself getting a little bit deeper. Find a fuller expression. It's up to you. You do not have to. You can always take your back leg out more. It's up to you, however you're feeling. Inhale, straighten the left leg, and then we're gonna go into Trikonasana. So we're gonna pretend that someone's pulling our left arm. So we're gonna lean, lean, lean. You can see the movement here is all through the obliques. Extend the arms. And if you have your block, you can lower your hand down to your block. You can use your shin, you can use your thigh, just not your knee. Let's give your knee a break. And stacking the shoulders. So we want to focus on having a flat back here or straight spine. So what you see sometimes is people reaching up through the rib cage, and in actuality your spine is curved. So if you notice the small difference from here to here, this is where you want to be. And if you're not this low, that's okay. You can come up here, but let's focus on the spine and our rib cage. So if our rib cage is sticking up past our hip, let's bring it in. Maybe you need to come up a little bit. Stacking the shoulders. This is a balance posture, so if you want to take the gaze up, challenge your balance, or maybe take the gaze down. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh, hamstring of the left leg. Pressing the right hip forward. 2 more deep breaths here. And then soft bend through that left leg. Inhale, using all the core work to come back up. Exhale, bending into the knee, coming back to your warrior 2. Breathe. Inhale, straighten the leg. Pivot the foot so it is parallel with the other, coming back to your 5-pointed star. Take a deep inhale, palms meet. Exhale, lowering down through the chest, coming down to a forward fold with a wide leg stretch. Allowing the neck to rest, so you can gently shake your head out if you'd like. Two more deep breaths here. Soften into the knees, coming up halfway. Again, you can use your block here if you'd like. And then from here, we're gonna swing the arms around, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Here's the side. So we find that flat back. You wanna lift the arms up if you have the mobility in the shoulders to do so. If not, you can keep them here, or you can grab a towel or something if your hands can't reach. It's okay. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe extend the arms away from the body. One more deep breath. And then release the arms, bringing the hands down. Now from here, come up halfway, arms extend out to the sides. Draw the belly in, hinging at the hips, coming all the way back up to your 5-pointed star. Take a deep breath here. Right foot pivots out, coming right into your warrior 2 on this side. Again, you want to feel opening through the hip here, knees stacked over the ankle, shoulders are stacked over your hips. Arms are extended, gaze is over the right arm this time. Two more deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen the leg or unbend, and then we're gonna reach out like someone's pulling our right hand, lowering down, find your triangle pose, Trikonasana. You wanna challenge your balance, you can look up or look down, your choice. Stay there, we have 3 more breaths. Just need to get a little more power, running low. Soft bend in the right knee to come up. Exhale as we take it right back down, warrior 2. 2 deep breaths here. Shoulders relax. You got this. Nice. Inhale, straighten the leg. Pivot the right foot so it's parallel with the left. Now from here, arms are gonna stay out in our 5-pointed star. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, send the hips back, hinging down, lowering down, find a flat back. Arms are still extended. Nice. Now lower the gaze down so your neck is in line with your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands down and release, let it go. You can shake your head, yes. And then bend into the knees, bring the heels in, toes are pointing out. Drop the hips down, inhale, rising up for our goddess pose. So tailbones tucked, tailbones pointing down towards the mat, belly's pulled in here. Shoulders relaxed, breathe here. If you want to sway, you can sway. It's up to you. Be mindful of your knees. Or you can stay static. Engaging through the glutes. If you're familiar with Mula Bandha engaged. Reconnect with the breath. Know that your mind gives up before your body will. Inhale, straighten the legs. Heels come back out, coming back to your 5-pointed star. Take a deep breath here. Pressing off the right foot and bringing the feet to meet. Before we bring it down to the mat, we're going to go into a balanced posture. So we're going to go into tree pose today. And there's a couple different placements with your legs that you can do. So we're going to start with shifting the weight over to our left leg. So the right leg is just hanging out for the moment. And we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Now you can start with your heel resting on your ankle, or you can bring it to your calf muscle or the inner thigh. You just want to avoid your knee. If you've been practicing for a while and you sit in lotus and you want to take it to half lotus position, you're more than welcome to come here. Wherever you're at today, just be mindful of your knee. And go ahead and place your foot wherever feels comfortable for you. And then bring that knee back towards the wall behind you or whatever's behind you. So we want to feel a nice hip opening here. And then let's bring our hands to heart center. Find one thing to focus at that's in your mind's eye view. And then if you'd like, you can extend your branches, bringing your arms up, spreading the fingers. Three, 2, and 1. Gently come down. You can shake the left leg out. I find it helpful if you press down on the top of your foot, get a nice little stretch through the shin and the top of the foot. All right, and then we're gonna go right into the other side. I'm gonna come off my mat just a little bit because there's a lot of cushion here and I'm struggling a bit. All right, so we're shifting the weight over to our right leg. Again, whatever placement you took on the other side, see if you can do it on this side just to keep a little bit of balance. If not, no biggie because we're humans, so we are unbalanced naturally. So wherever you found works well for you. Again, draw the belly in, tailbones down, shoulders are down and relaxed away from the ears. You can go ahead and extend your branches, pressing the knee back away to whatever or towards whatever's behind it. Breathing here, focusing on whatever you have that's in your mind's eye view to focus on. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Go ahead, shake that right leg out. Maybe press down on the top of the foot if that feels good for you. All right, so now we're going to take it all the way down to the mat. So we're going to come to the top, and if you can, come all the way down to a seated position from here. We're going to come down, lower, lower. If you would like a challenge, you can come up onto the ball mounts of your feet. Practice balancing this way to take it all the way down, or you can just come down to a seated position, whichever works for you. I always like to give a little bit of challenges and modification for everyone. All right, so we're going to come to a seated position, extend the legs out in front of us, pulling the toes in towards. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders down and back. Now, feet are flexed. If you need to bend your knees here, that's okay. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up, inhale, draw the belly in and up as you exhale, hinging at the hips, leading with the sternum, coming into a flat back. So we're not reaching for the toes just yet. We want to find a flat back position. Spread the fingers out wide. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. It's okay. Try to keep the toes pulled in. And we're breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Now as you exhale, go ahead and round the spine. Allow the arms to relax. Let the head hang heavy. Try to keep the toes pulled in. If you want to get a little deeper, you can use your peace fingers, grabbing around the big toe, bending into the elbows to pull the chest down closer towards your feet. Your choice. You're feeling it? Awesome. If not, go ahead and just hang out here. Now you also want to try to relax the quadriceps so the hamstrings can get a nice deep stretch, so you don't want them fighting each other. Try to keep the muscles relaxed. Allow the deeper stretch to come in. Again, if you feel pain, back up off of it a little bit. You don't want to overextend. Now to come up, we're going to extend the arms. We're going to draw the belly in. We're going to come to that flat back and hinge at the hips coming up. Reaching the arms up in line with your ears. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, reaching forward one more time. Shoulders draw down away from the ears. Pause here, draw the belly in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round the spine. Lower down for your forward fold one more time. Inhale, coming up. Find that flat back. Exhale, release. Take it down. Bending into the right knee and taking the foot over to the other side of the left leg. So you want to be able to sit up nice and tall here. This is very important as we go into a spinal twist. I'm going to take the right hand behind us as a kickstand. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift up through the left arm, lift the rib cage with it. As we exhale, twisting in the waist, rotating through the rib cage. You can grab onto the leg. You can bring the elbow to the other side to get a little more rotation, or you can extend the arm. It's up to you. And then we're going to take the gaze over our back shoulder. So remember, we are lengthening here, just like that string is coming up to the crown of our head. Spine is stacked. Every inhale, you want to lengthen. Exhale, you can go back into your twist. 2 more deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, coming back up to the center, counter stretch over to the other side. And then we're gonna switch it out, right over to the other side. Left hand is your kickstand this time. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, taking it over. Rotating through the rib cage. Inhaling, come back. Lengthen through the center. Exhale, counter stretch over to the other side. And then bringing the soles of our feet together. And we don't want them too close to our thighs, so you can take them out so the legs kind of relax. Now from here, we're gonna grab onto our shins, whatever is available, if it's closer to the ankles or closer to the knees. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, we're gonna lead with the sternum, so you're gonna find that flat back. So from the side, lengthening forward. Take a deep breath here, reaching through the crown of the head, and then exhale, rounding the spine, letting the head hang heavy. Two rounds of breath here. One more. Draw the belly in, and then we're gonna slowly round up through the spine here. Chin stays at the chest until we come back up, rolling the shoulders. And then bringing the knees together, giving them a hug. And then finding a comfortable seated position. You could be seated or you can lie down on the mat for Shavasana. It is a wonderful time to go into meditation after you've done movement. Movement is designed to lead up to meditation. So I would encourage you at this time to just sit still. Close through the eyes. Relax the muscles in your face. Separating the teeth, and that tongue is up at the roof of the mouth, allowing it to fall down naturally. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are heavy, weighted arms. As you bring the relaxation down through the elbows, to the wrists, to your fingertips. Softening through the chest and the belly. Allowing the hips to relax. Let's take a deep inhale. We have our awareness at our hips. Visualize the breath coming all the way to our hip area. And helping to release any tension that still might be left in the area. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release, let it go. Relaxing the legs, the knees, ankles to your toes. Tapping into your senses. Feeling the body's sensations. seeing the internal vision or resting your eyes at your mind's eye. Tasting the mouth and hearing what is going on around you. Maybe smelling any smells or fragrance that may be around you. Letting thoughts pass by without judgment. Please stay seated or lying down as long as you wish. I want to thank you for joining me today and practicing and allowing me to guide you through your practice. It is an honor. May you be well, may you be happy, and may you be peaceful. Namaste.